Sanford and Son remains one of television's most memorable classic sitcoms, known for its sharp humor, unforgettable characters, and heartfelt family moments. Set in Los Angeles, the series followed Fred Sanford and his son Lamont through constant arguments, wild schemes, and the everyday challenges of running their junk business. Today, we'll look back at the cast, their real names, ages, memorable characters, and the remarkable careers they built, while also honoring the beloved actors who are no longer with us. Let's return to the Sanford junkyard, where sharp insults, unexpected visitors, father and son clashes, loyal friendships, and moments of genuine affection made the series an enduring favorite in television history. Red Fox brought explosive humor, sharp sarcasm, and surprising warmth to Fred G. Sanford, the stubborn junk dealer whose outrageous schemes and dramatic fake heart attacks made him one of television's most unforgettable sitcom characters. Born on the 9th of December 1922 in St. Louis, Missouri, Foxx was 49 years old when audiences first saw him as Fred in January 1972. With his raspy voice, expressive face, and fearless comic timing, he turned even the veselest argument with his son Lamont into a memorable scene. Fred could be selfish, irritable, and endlessly sarcastic, yet beneath the insults was a father whose affection always found a way to show. Across 6 seasons, Foxx transformed years of stand-up experience into a groundbreaking television performance that earned him a Golden Globe and multiple Emmy nominations. He later returned to the character in Sanford and appeared alongside Eddie Murphy and Richard Pryor in Harlem Nights. Red Fox died on the 11th of October 1991 after suffering a heart attack during rehearsals for the royal family. He was 68 years old. His legacy lives on through fearless comedy, unmistakable timing, and a character whose rough edges could never completely hide his heart. Demond Wilson brought patience, sharp wit, and genuine warmth to Lamont Sanford, the hard-working son who constantly found himself caught between his own ambitions and his father Fred's outrageous schemes. Born Grady Demond Wilson on the 13th of October, 1946, in Valdosta, Georgia, he was 25 years old when audiences first saw him in the role in 1972. With his expressive reactions, quick delivery, and effortless chemistry with Red Fox, Wilson became the perfect counterbalance to Fred's loud, stubborn, and unpredictable personality. Lamont could be frustrated, sarcastic, and eager to build a life beyond the family junk business. Yet beneath every argument was a deep sense of loyalty and love for his father. Wilson remained with the series throughout its 6-season run, helping create one of the most memorable father and son relationships in 1970s television. Before finding fame as an actor, he served in the U.S. Army during the Vietnam War. He later appeared in Baby, I'm Back, The New Odd Couple, and Girlfriends, before devoting much of his later life to Christian ministry and writing. Demond Wilson died at his home in Palm Springs, California, on the 30th of January 2026, from complications of cancer. He was 79 years old. His legacy remains tied to warmth, resilience, and a performance that gave Lamont humor, humanity, and much of the emotional heart of the comedy. LaWanda Page brought fiery energy, fearless humor, and unforgettable comic timing to Aunt Esther Anderson, the sharp-tongued, Bible-quoting sister-in-law who could match Fred Sanford insult for insult. Born Alberta Richmond on the 19th of October, 1920, in Cleveland, Ohio, she was 52 years old when audiences first saw her in the role in 1973. With her booming voice, dramatic expressions, and explosive exchanges with Red Fox, Page transformed Esther into far more than a recurring relative. She was stubborn, deeply religious, and always ready for an argument, yet beneath her tough exterior was genuine loyalty to her family. Page had already spent decades performing as a dancer and stand-up comedian before Red Fox encouraged her to audition, helping launch the television role that would define her career. She later reprised Esther in Sanford Arms and Sanford, and appeared in films including Friday and Don't Be a Menace to South Central While Drinking Your Juice in the Hood. LaWanda Page died in Los Angeles on the 14th of September, 2002, after a heart attack following complications from diabetes. She was 81 years old. Her legacy lives on through fearless comedy and a character whose voice, faith, and fiery spirit remain impossible to forget. Whitman Mayo brought gentle humor, easygoing charm, and wonderfully offbeat wisdom to Grady Wilson, Fred Sanford's longtime friend, whose slow delivery and confused observations made even simple conversations hilarious. Born Whitman, Blount Mayo Jr., on the 15th of November, 1930, in New York City. He was 42 years old when audiences first saw him as Grady in 1973. With his expressive face, relaxed manner, and unmistakable comic rhythm, Mayo turned the character into one of Sanford and Son's most popular supporting figures. Grady could be forgetful, naive, and endlessly puzzled, yet his kindness and loyalty gave him a warmth that audiences immediately embraced. His popularity became so great that Mayo was given his own spin-off, Grady, and he later reprised the character in Sanford Arms and Sanford. Beyond his signature role, he appeared in Boys and the Hood, Different Strokes, Full House, and ER, while also teaching drama at Clark Atlanta University. Whitman Mayo died of a heart attack at Grady Memorial Hospital in Atlanta on the 22nd of May, 2001, at the age of 70. His legacy lives on through a lovable character whose warmth, humor, and unforgettable personality made him a true classic television favorite. Lynn Hamilton brought warmth, dignity, and quiet strength to Donna Harris, the kind-hearted nurse whose patience and affection made her the perfect match for Fred Sanford's stubborn and unpredictable personality. Born Alzenia Lynn Hamilton on the 25th of April 1930 in Yazoo City, Mississippi, she was 41 years old when audiences first saw her on the series in 1972. With her gentle voice, graceful presence, and natural chemistry with Red Foxx, Hamilton gave Donna a calm confidence that stood apart from the chaos surrounding Fred. As his longtime girlfriend and occasional fiancée, Donna could challenge his jealousy, insults, and outrageous behavior without ever losing her compassion or self-respect. Before television fame, Hamilton developed her craft on stage, making her Broadway debut in Only in America and performing with the New York Shakespeare Festival. She later became widely recognized as Verdie Foster on The Waltons and appeared in Roots, The Next Generations, 227, and The Practice. Lynn Hamilton died at her home in Chicago on the 19th of June, 2025, from natural causes. She was 95 years old. Her legacy remains tied to grace, strength, and a performance that brought tenderness and emotional balance to one of television's most memorable comic relationships. Nathaniel Taylor brought smooth confidence, streetwise humor, and easygoing charm to Rollo Lawson, Lamont Sanford's close friend whose flashy style and questionable reputation often made Fred immediately suspicious. Born on the 31st of March, 1938, in St. Louis, Missouri, Taylor was 34 years old when he first appeared as Rollo in 1972. With his relaxed delivery, quick smile, and natural chemistry with DeMond Wilson and Red Foxx, he turned Rollo into one of the most recognizable recurring characters of the series. Though Fred constantly assumed he was involved in trouble, Rollo remained a loyal friend whose sharp wit and cool personality added a youthful energy to the comedy. Before acting, Taylor worked as an electrician at the Performing Arts Society of Los Angeles, where encouragement from mentor Larry Clark helped lead him toward the profession. He later reprised Rollo in Grady and Sanford and appeared in What's Happening, Willie Dynamite, and Passing Through. Nathaniel Taylor died at Ronald Reagan UCLA Medical Center on the 27th of February, 2019, after suffering a heart attack. He was 80 years old. His legacy lives on through a stylish, funny, and unforgettable character who remained a favorite among generations of classic television fans. Don Bexley brought warmth, easygoing humor, and old-school comic charm to Bubba Bexley, Fred Sanford's loyal friend, whose relaxed personality and playful conversations often added another layer of laughter to the junkyard. Born Donald Thomas Bexley on the 10th of March 1910, he was 62 years old when audiences first saw him in the role in 1972. With his expressive face, natural timing, and effortless chemistry with Red Foxx, Bexley made Bubba feel less like a supporting character and more like an old friend who had been part of Fred's life for years. That connection felt genuine because Bexley and Foxx had known and performed with each other long before television fame, and Foxx helped bring him into the series. Before his breakthrough on television, Bexley spent decades working as a comedian, singer, dancer, and stage entertainer. He later appeared in films such as Cotton Comes to Harlem, What's Up, Doc, and sparkle, and reprised Bubba in Sanford Arms. Don Bexley died in Hampton, Virginia, on the 15th of April, 1997, from heart and kidney failure. He was 87 years old. His legacy remains tied to a gentle comic style, genuine warmth, and a lovable character whose friendship with Fred gave countless scenes their familiar charm. Raymond Allen brought gentle humor, warmth, and an endearing sense of vulnerability to Woodrow Woody Anderson, Aunt Esther's mild-mannered husband, who often found himself caught between her fiery personality and Fred Sanford's relentless teasing. Born Raymond Gilmore Allen on the 5th of March, 1929, in Kansas City, Missouri, he was 44 years old when audiences first saw him in the role, in 1973. With his expressive reactions, relaxed delivery, and natural chemistry with LaWanda Page and Red Fox, Allen turned Woody into a familiar and lovable presence. The character could be nervous, weary, and occasionally fond of a drink, but his gentle nature gave many of his scenes an unexpected warmth. Allen later reprised Woody in Sanford Arms and became equally recognizable as Ned the Wino in Good Times and mechanic Merle the Earl in Starsky and Hutch. After health problems eventually led him away from acting, he continued making occasional public appearances. Raymond Allen died in California on the 10th of August, 2020, from a respiratory illness at the age of 91. His legacy lives on through a quiet, comic style and a character whose patience, humor, and humanity made him unforgettable. Hal Williams brought calm humor, natural authority, and an easygoing charm to Officer Smitty Smith, the dependable policeman whose level-headed presence often grounded some of the show's funniest encounters. Born Halroy Candace Williams on the 14th of December, 1934, in Columbus, Ohio, he was 37 years old when audiences first saw him in the role in 1972. With his steady delivery, expressive reactions, and relaxed chemistry with Howard Platt's Officer Hoppy, Williams made Smitty feel like a genuine neighborhood cop rather than simply a comic character. His understated style provided the perfect contrast to Fred Sanford's unpredictable behavior and helped turn even brief police visits into memorable moments. Before pursuing acting full-time, Williams worked as a postal employee and corrections officer before moving to Los Angeles in 1968. He later built a remarkable television career, appearing in The Waltons and Private Benjamin, and becoming especially beloved as Lester Jenkins in 227. He continued acting for decades, with one of his final appearances coming in Matlock. Hal Williams died at his home in Rancho Mirage, California, on the 15th of July, 2026, from natural causes. He was 91 years old. His legacy remains tied to warmth, dignity, and a quiet comedic presence that made every character he played feel authentic. Gregory Sierra brought warmth, confidence, and spirited humor to Julio Fuentes, Fred Sanford's Puerto Rican neighbor whose friendly nature often clashed with Fred's stubborn prejudices. Born Gregory Joseph Sierra on the 25th of January, 1937, in New York City. He was 35 years old when audiences first saw him in the role, in November 1972. With his expressive delivery, relaxed charm, and natural chemistry with Red Fox, Sierra made Julio more than simply the man next door. Proud of his Puerto Rican heritage and unwilling to be intimidated, Julio could answer Fred's insults with patience, wit, and quiet confidence, creating some of the series' most memorable exchanges. The role became an important breakthrough in Sierra's career and led to another celebrated television performance as Detective Sergeant Chano Amengual on Barney Miller. He also appeared in Papillon, The Towering Inferno, Soap, and Miami Vice. Gregory Sierra died in Laguna Woods, California, on the 4th of January, 2021, after battling stomach and liver cancer. He was 83 years old. His legacy remains tied to versatility, effortless humor, and a character whose warmth and dignity made him a memorable part of classic television. Slappy White brought lively humor, quick wit, and the natural rhythm of a seasoned comedian to Melvin, one of Fred Sanford's longtime friends and a familiar face around the neighborhood. Born Melvin Edward White on the 27th of September 1921 in Baltimore, Maryland, he was 50 years old when he first appeared as Melvin in March 1972. With his animated expressions, relaxed delivery, and effortless chemistry with Red Fox, White made even brief appearances feel spontaneous and genuinely funny. Their connection came naturally, as the two comedians had already worked together for years on the Chitlin circuit during the 1950s and 1960s. Long before television, White built his career as a dancer and stand-up performer, later appearing in That's My Mama, Blossom, Sybil, Mr. Saturday Night, and Amazon, Women on the Moon. Slappy White died at his home in Brigantine, New Jersey, on the 7th of November, 1995, after suffering a heart attack. He was 74 years old. His legacy lives on through decades of groundbreaking comedy and a warm, energetic presence that made Melvin a memorable part of classic television. Pat Morita brought quick wit, playful energy, and an easygoing charm to Ah Chu, Lamont Sanford's Japanese-American friend, whose cheerful personality often made him the target of Fred's teasing remarks. Born Noriyuki Morita on the 28th of June, 1932, in California, he was 42 years old when audiences first saw him in the role in 1974. With his lively expressions, sharp comic timing, and natural chemistry with Red Foxx, Morita made Ah Chu memorable, despite appearing only occasionally. The role reflected the stand-up background that had shaped his early career, during which Foxx also became an important mentor. Morita soon gained wider recognition as Arnold Takahashi on Happy Days. But his defining success came as the wise and compassionate Mr. Miyagi in The Karate Kid, earning him an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor. Pat Morita died at his home in Las Vegas on the 24th of November, 2005, at the age of 73. His legacy lives on through groundbreaking comedy, remarkable versatility, and a warmth that allowed even his smallest characters to leave a lasting impression. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed looking back at the Sanford and Son cast and the stories behind their unforgettable roles. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your favorite character, funniest Fred Sanford moment, or most memorable scene from the junkyard in the comments. See you in the next video.